Hey guys, we just had a signal after hours for a long position. We had this break above 750. We entered long at that level actually once we were testing it pretty heavily. We had a signal on the 30-second. We had a confirmation signal on the 1 minute chart as well. We just placed our stop below that swing at 675. And this was the trade that we were sort of waiting for since we missed this opportunity right here. We had some good support on the 50-day. We waited for the basing to occur, which was at 7, and we took the position long. Not sure if we're expecting it to break the high at 825, but we might end up taking. Right now we are set at a profit target of 875, which is 2 ticks above the high of pre-market. And what we might do is possibly keep trailing this stop upward until we see upside basing like we did right here, and attempt to get out 1 tick below that level. We don't necessarily want to get out right away with this, but attempt to trail it up as high as possible, since the high for the day was 1340, which is 2 points above what we're at right now. I'm gonna pause the video and come back as soon as we see something that's going on, or we decide to potentially exit the trade or stay in it. So I will be back and update you guys as the trade progresses. So we're currently seeing some basing at the high, which is at 38.25, and if this level breaks, we would get a one of our actual trade signals to the upside. We're currently pending 1 tick above the high, looking for $50 profit on this one contract. The way that I'm going to plan on trading this is attempt to take the 1 point and look for a pullback, stop line pullback, which would be possibly 1 tick above the level which we entered in originally. There haven't been too many exit signals to the downside yet, except for this resistance at 825, which we might end up taking a half a point on this trade, and then re-entering upon the break of this level, because it is pretty significant, and there are orders pending above. There are a lot of people that are shorting at this level, since we're not able to break through it as easily as we were expecting. But if we do break through it, we are expecting a little bit of a stop run to the upside. So this is kind of a decision that needs to be made if you want to stay in and hope for the break above with the stop run, or if you want to get out for 2 tick profit and secure $25. The duration in this trade was about, I would say, probably 10 minutes. So $25 in 10 minutes is a pretty good return, but we also don't want to exit this trade if we don't have one of our exit signals. Basing process like we have right now could be considered an exit signal for us. We do anticipate the break above this level though, so since that's the case, we will make a decision very shortly if we're going to get out for the half a point profit, or attempt to stay in the trade, possibly move our stop to entry, which would be below the stop line at 37.75, and hope that we can break that level, possibly get filled at a point or more profit on this trade. So if anything starts happening, I will resume the recording and let you guys know what's going on. Alright, so we currently broke that high of 38.25. We're attempting to exit at 38.50, make a 1 point profit on this trade. What we're going to do is adjust our stop to entry at this point, and what that's going to allow us is a breach of 37.75 would invalidate this position, and we would want to be stopped out of this trade. Also, what we have on the 30-second, we had the initial confirmation of the upside at around 9:24 or so, and then we had the reconfirmation at 9:30. So we first received that signal. We were waiting for this break of this level, and it actually did occur right around here, and around here, and we had initial long bias once we based at 37. So we'll see if we could get filled at 38.50. If we see some a little bit too much resistance at that level, since there are a good amount of contracts, we'll take 3 ticks on this trade and take the 37.50. We will be looking for a pullback, a stop line pullback to around 37.75 for a re-entry in that direction. So if that does occur, I will continue this video. Alright, so final update on this trade. We ended up exiting at 8.25. We actually got filled on this bar right here. We were in the queue and we ended up getting filled on this trade. We did not need 38.50 to trade, so we took 3 ticks on this trade, $37.50. We are looking for potential re-entry if we do get a good situation after the pullback, if we could base properly. We also got this signal on the 30-second chart, which we moved our profit target from 38.50 down to 38.25 as soon as we saw the stop line test and the signal switch over to downtrend. So we took that was the only trade after hours taken so far. If any other trades happen today, I will also record them and go through kind of the reasoning behind them. And just to point out one more thing, one of the rules that we have is if we enter a breaker position, which that's what was the trade that we took. Invalidation point for such a trade would be the break below the previous candle's the previous 5-minute candle's low. So this low on this candle was at 38.25. Since we traded at 38, that invalidated the trade, and we exited at 38.25. Fortunately, now in after hours, it's not as 100% effective, I guess, or nothing's 100% effective, but it's not as effective of a rule in after hours as opposed to during regular trading sessions. Now, to give you an example, let's say if you were to take this breaker right here and we ended up trading below this the previous low, we had a 3-tick move right there, and we need to realize that in some situations, like right now, where we are not able to take the 4 ticks, it's much better to take the 3-tick profit, reevaluate the situation after you get out of the trade, and look for another opportunity to enter, because nobody ever lost money taking profit. That's one of our key things that we say here. So what we're looking for is a potential trade opportunity if something arises. If not, we will keep an eye out for what's going on and go into tomorrow's session with a profit of 37.50 at the open. So that's always a good thing to have a little bit of a cushion. If you guys have any questions, by the way, feel free to send me an email or a message, and I'll answer whatever you guys can come up with. Okay? Thanks for watching.